So here it is, week 2 of the vlog. I think week 1 went really well actually. It was really hard getting used to this format, but now I'm starting to get in the swing of it. I've got my camera with me all the time, got ideas coming up for the next few weeks, lots of things I want to start doing. The question is, of course, how do I start mixing it up? Because I just walk in the same route every single day. I've just realised something. When I've been doing these walking talking shots, I'm talking up to the left of me. Why the hell aren't I holding it right here? Weird. That has got to be the longest pole I've ever seen. I bet you when that thing whacks against the window that people are sat by, it will scare the hell out of them. You must have one of our older loans. What, 2017? 2 years gets classed as back. All out of lanyards. It's funny, I had a whole plan of what I was going to talk about today, and then I started putting all these lanyards together and got on a couple of calls around sharing content, and my day's completely changed. I've got a completely different agenda for today. Today I want to talk about amplifying your message. How do you get the word out there? Joining groups is a really good way to get your message out there. Otherwise, you're just going to be at the behest of your own followers. So you're always going to be communicating to whoever your current reach is. In order to get out there further, you've got to reach out into other networks and share your message with other networks and other groups of followers beyond your own. Because the question, what are the most popular groups in your community, really isn't the question you should be asking. The question you should be asking is, how can I generate enough engagement that relates to the objectives that I'm looking to achieve? And that might be from a really big group, or it might be from a small group. But the important thing is, just because a group is big doesn't mean it's the right place to put it in. And equally, when you ask questions in your content, you've got to ask questions that that group might be interested in. You can't just use the same question for everywhere you post something. So if you're posting into a group that's focused on careers, then you're going to want to ask questions about how can your content help them with their career. But if it's a group related to film and video, you're going to want to ask a question like, how can this content inspire you to be a content creator? You do need to be aware of the questions that you are asking and whether they are something that your audience are going to be interested in talking about. The lanyards sending out today is a really good example. They are all advocates for the community. We can send those lanyards out and they will do the promoting of the stuff that we do on our behalf. A great way to tap into a new network. It doesn't just have to be through social channels, through digital. You can do it with something like lanyards, swag, and other fun things for people to share. I'm absolutely dying to get a one wheel at the moment because I'm kind of limited to how far I can go in the range that I can walk within an hour's period, and I want to go more places. And I know there are lots of other things I could use. I could use a bike, I could use other things, but with a one wheel it's all flat and smooth and they look so awesome. I really want one. I'll try out mentioning one wheel in this video and see if they'll send me one. You guys haven't got much representation in the UK yet, have you? Come on, chuck us one. Distribution is really important. People often leave distribution till last. They'll take so long in writing an awesome blog post or creating an awesome video, and then when it comes to distribution, they'll share it once, potentially at not a very good time, and that'll be it. What do we do after we share something? What do we immediately do? We go off and check our stats, don't we? When you see a pop star come out with a new song, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to go out and they're going to go on every single chat show, every single talk show, and they're going to tell everybody about this thing that exists that they have created, because that attention span is so fleeting and you have momentum around it that you need to make the most out of. And I want you to start putting that energy into the content that you produce as well, and when you distribute it. You should be sharing it on multiple networks, sharing it multiple times, repurposing it in different ways, and pulling out different aspects of that for use in other things. If you've written a blog post, pull out quotes from that and use them as a share on Twitter. If you've used a video, make a highlights reel, take snippets from the video, share a couple of the tips that you've put in it and ask people to go over and look for more. Ultimately, make distribution a key part of your creation. Don't make it the afterthought. Don't sell yourself short by creating amazing stuff and then not putting the time into distribution. Take pride in that. You should be proud of the content you're creating. People get worried about over promotion, over marketing, but if you're adding value to other people, then why would you not want to tell more people about it? Why would you not want to pass on that value to more people? Don't limit your chances of success because you're worried about what other people think. Let everybody know about all the amazing stuff that you're doing and put the time aside to be able to make that happen. Too far. Another way of getting your content distributed is to get influencers involved. If you write something that's, instead of just being a list of tips, really comprehensive and detailed and interesting to someone who you specifically target, then you can share that content to that person, mention them, and they're very likely to then go ahead and share it to their network, which is going to bring in loads more people to your audience. And of course you can consider other channels like email. If you've got an email distribution list, share it out to the people on that and let them know that you've created something. If you're on Reddit, share it in a forum. You could submit your content to Inc. or BuzzFeed. You could even consider changing your content into a podcast and actually featuring it as an interview. Or feature it in comments that you make. If someone's asking questions about something that you've answered or helped with some of your content, have a look for those conversations, get involved and drop a link and let them know how to fix it. So there's loads of things to try. What you need to do is get that distribution versus content creation balance right. If you just create it, send one, share, and then expect the whole thing to go viral, it's not going to happen. You really need to be pouring effort into focused channels that are interested in your content to start that ball rolling. Last thing about distribution is there is no such thing as an overnight success. For every person that makes it, they will have put years and years and years into that in order to get them to that place. If your content isn't going viral, it's not because your content doesn't deserve to go viral, it's that you've got to put in the work, the effort, the grind in order to get the following and the engagement that it takes to become someone who goes viral. So don't give up on stuff just because it doesn't work. It's not gonna work for quite a long time. These videos that I'm making right now barely have any viewers at all, but I know if I persevere with it, then I'll build up a following. What you can do is amazing. Don't get disheartened by the numbers. Keep going, keep doing what you're doing, keep pushing it out there to as many people who want to listen, and you will be successful too. Mustang GT, one of my favorite cars in the absolute whole world. That is an amazing car. I'd have it in blue with 2 white stripes because, you know, why not? Why wouldn't you?